Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me today is our producer, and I don't know if the more you're on this show, the more Sergio Perez seems
I wasn't
to
going to say it. I wasn't going to say it.
It feels like that, but we're here with everyone's favorite producer, Mario. Welcome back to the show that you produce. How you doing?
Hey.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Stop. Chris, this is why you need to remind me. Even though I get annoyed, did he remind me? He did. I wasn't listening.
Yes, sir.
Listening. That's crazy. Imagine not listening to your listening to
because I heard him say it.
Okay, now I can't get any sound.
There it is. I heard that.
Did you hear it? Really? Anyway,
yep, I can hear it.
The sound effects. Clap. Welcome to the show, Mario. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't have it in me to do the whole Spanish thing again, but man, top three, all Spanish speakers. Love to see
when
it.
Cameron's not here to speak Spanish, I saw you light up like a fucking Christmas tree when Cameron was talking to you in Spanish. Oh my God.
I'm trying to make you look good. Just so you don't say the soy un hombre thing again. I want you to I need you ready with another phrase. No, okay, give me something new.
Okay.
I'm doing good. No, I'm really happy, really psyched. Man, Checo's up there first, and Fernando and Sainz are there too, and they speak Spanish, and that's cool, I guess. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to give you a fact. When was the last time that there were 3 Spanish speakers in places 1, 2, and 3 in Formula 1?
97.
Fucking hell, chill out. It was Spa 2022 and Max Verstappen won. So
you see the confidence that I said it with, though?
Yeah. So look, those Dutch colonizers will come and take over.
Speaking of Dutch colonizers, why was Tiesto handing out the quali thing?
Was that Tiesto?
It was DJ Tiesto. I cannot imagine how disappointed he must be that he didn't give it to Max.
That's crazy. They must have been expecting him to give it to Max.
I'm saying, because what other reason would you have DJ Tiesto at the Miami GP? Let's be real. Let's be Miami, don't be ashamed of it. You can have Pitbull there every time. It's okay.
Oh my God,
okay.
where is Pitbull?
We all expect it.
Has Pitbull
we all
even
expect
been
it, Miami.
Lying.
I'm saying, just get Shaq, get Pitbull. You've done it before. You'll do it again. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Unbelievable. Well, look, it's not about me. It's not about Tiesto. It's definitely not about Max Verstappen. It's not about Checo either. It's about you guys at home. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Make sure, if you're listening to us on Spotify, give us a 5-star review. We're trying to get to 500. I think we're quite close now. We're on 450 something. So get us to 500 Spotify reviews. That'd be awesome. Also on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review as well. It's helping us to get more and more podcast listeners. We hit about 10,000 downloads per month, which is incredible. I'm so proud of everyone in the Quickstop community, and that's because you guys keep sharing our shit, rating our shit. And remember, if you want an ad-free stream, you can subscribe to the Patreon. There's a $2.99 level there where you can have an ad-free stream. Also, if you want to pay a bit more, there's extra episodes, merch exclusives, and so forth. And remember, we have a live show. Tickets down below, and I'll talk about that later. Mario, before we get into...
I want to say also... And I've seen a couple of tweets. I've seen a couple of YouTube messages. My guy, you've been holding it down so much. I am with you sometimes. Thandy's with you sometimes. Guests are with you sometimes, and it's always you holding it down. You're doing an insane job. You're kicking ass. You're bust. I see how much you work, and it's great to see the brand growing.
Ah, cheering for me. No, you know what it is? It's I'm loving this, these new formats that we're doing. I'm so happy that we've gone with it because, one, just being able to make content is incredible, and 2, just being able to go back and forth straight away. Us being able to talk straight away about George and Max last week was incredible. Us being able to talk straight away about what was an incredible qualifying session is incredible. It's going to be incredible. What I'd also say is there's things that I think, which we obviously will get into in more detail on the main point, but I do just want to touch on is this discussion around influencers at the Miami Grand Prix. I cannot believe it. Guys, what's going on? Why are you so mad that a beauty brand has invited beauty influencers to the F1? And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe they don't know anything about F1, but that's fine.
How dare they? How dare you're telling me they don't know the first and last winner of every championship? Get them out of there. Get them out of there. No, get them out of there. Get them out of there.
I had someone tweet me like they have the privilege of driving an F1 car. I was like, brother, do you think these guys are actually driving the cars? They're just standing in the garage, you donut. Like, I guess, Mario, quickly, like, this conversation for me is everything that's wrong with F1. I think we saw it come to the fore with Meg Thee Stallion a couple of years ago in Austin. We saw it with, Simone... Is it Simone Ashley from Bridgerton in Monaco last year when Martin Brundle tried to interview her and she was on it? This whole thing of celebrities at the F1, do they deserve the access they get? And then this year, I think what's really come to the fore is F1 is wanting to grow, but the fans are inherently gatekeepers of the sport. How do you feel about? I've got my own thoughts, which I'll go on, but I guess what are your thoughts on, I guess, F1 fans gatekeeping a sport which we all want to grow, or maybe some people don't. Maybe they just want to keep it as this small, fucking nerdy, fucking shit.
Yeah. So, Nyasha. So. Mike, real quick. So while I answer, I think I became a fan probably a year or two before DTS, and then DTS really cemented it. I can't hear you. So when I started really getting. Yeah. I was trying to be super subtle. Not super long, but I was trying to be very subtle in my answer, trying to get you back with me.
I was so mad.
No, like, look, coming as a new person, like once DTS came through, like there was a very easy to observe kind of disdain towards these are the DTS people, not the Formula One people, and I think. There's a reason to be slightly outraged if you were to mix up the two arguments of, I think we need to separate it as Formula One needs to do a better job about getting Formula One content creators integrated into their product. And this is not the problem. Like having people that are not super knowledgeable of Formula One, having people that are brand ambassadors, that's not a problem. They need to try to market Formula One to people that aren't super into Formula One. So if someone who doesn't know shit about Formula One shows up to a race today and they become a fan, then that is literally what F1 is trying to do. But I think it's an easy thing to mistake with the issue of they don't really open the doors to content creators of F1 as much as they should. And as a really, really good content creator in F1, Nyasha, give us your opinion on this whole situation.
Oh, that's a great alley-oop, Mario. Look, one, I think we need to realize there's so many ways to put this.
So many.
One, I think people don't realize that the people that are invited by F1 are what I would say are the celebrities. So the Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk's. On race day last year, we saw at the Miami Grand Prix, DJ Khaled, Dwayne Wade, Shaq. I want to say Dwayne Wade's wife. I'm so sorry for
Gabrielle Union.
Thank you so much, Gabrielle Union. And it was hilarious because Martin Brundle didn't recognize Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle Union, or neither did the producers either, which is crazy. That's the type of celebrity that you see invited by F1 themselves. And then the teams, I think Pharrell might have been at Miami last year as well with the glasses but that's like the teams as well will invite people. So when we saw people like Meg the Stallion, Pharrell at Ferrari, ASAP Rocky, I think it would have been there through the teams. I think even Bezos.
I saw ASAP this week with Mercedes. This weekend.
Yeah, right. So I think the top tier celebrities, are invited by F1, right? Content creators. The only content creators that I know that have been invited by F1, genuinely, F1 themselves are the pit stop guys, Imola last year.
Yeah.
The content creators would be invited. For example, I know that there's content creators out there that were invited by the social media team from Miami GP, whoever the admin is for Miami GP, they would look at content creators and they've invited them. So, big up our label mates, Red Flags Podcast. They are there. They were invited by the Miami GP, and them, alongside a load of other content creators, have been able to go and experience Miami in a certain way, right? And I think F1 content creators, their window of being invited is very fucking small, right? Yeah. If a team doesn't invite you, I think Ash Vanderlei is with Red Bull. Red Bull are really good at inviting content creators. They'll invite. I've seen there's I can't remember her name. Is it Ellie? I can't remember her name, but there's that one girl that they have kind of on their books who goes to a lot of races. But Ash is currently with Red Bull. Ash Vanderlei is the biggest motorsport streamer on Twitch currently, based in America.
Okay.
So unless a team invites you, or unless the Grand Prix themselves invite you, as a content creator, it's going to be very hard for you to go. What happens is, a lot of what we're seeing is brands. So the big thing is Tarte, I think. Is it Tarte? Who are a makeup brand, inviting a bunch of beauty influencers to the F1. And from that, people are mad because these beauty influencers are like, oh my God, I'm going to the F1. Apparently it's like a big car race, and they've got no fucking clue. And the problem with that is people within F1, because it's so hard to get to, it's like hallowed ground. So the thought of someone, you've been sat up, you know what, especially if you're in America, if you're in fucking somewhere far away, or even if you're not, but you're someone, you fucking stayed up and watched races. You digest every bit of content. You've been watching it for years, or maybe you've not been watching it for years. Maybe you make content around it. Maybe you don't make content around it. Maybe you have a fucking banging Twitter account. Who knows? But in your mind, you feel more deserving than these beauty influencers because you live and breathe F1. And I'm here to tell you that's not the fucking case. F1 Eddie. Thank you, Chris. Was it Chris? Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Oh, they fired. Oh, okay.
Nyasha, why weren't we freaking the fuck out last year when Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, and David Beckham were all in the race? They're huge celebrities, sure, but like, do we know their F1 history? Have we tested them? Have we quizzed them? Like, what's the vibe?
Let me tell you now, it's because, let's fucking call a spade a spade. It's because these are young girls, young women, okay? And I'm not saying this because I'm here to fucking cape. I'm not saying this because I'm here to pander. I'm saying this because this is facts. Because I work in this industry. And it's facts. And I've seen it. I saw the reaction that Meg the Stallion got at Austin. I saw the reaction that Simone Ashley got at Monaco. When it is women in F1, and what I will say is quite sad, is that it's not just men piling onto these women, it's girls as well. Everyone expects women to have this fucking galaxy brain F1 knowledge just to be on the grid. And it's fucking bullshit because there's Shaq and they said, Shaq, what do you love about F1? And I was like, oh, why are you here at the F1? Lewis Hamilton. It didn't even make sense for him to say Lewis Hamilton. His only response was Lewis Hamilton. No one gives a shit. Let me fucking gunshot myself. No one gives a shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit, bro. I'm sick and tired of people going off at fucking influencers. I'm an influencer. So you're and when people say shit like that, it's like, well, do you not think that the work that I put in to do this shit warrants being able to go to these things? That's my view on it. I think people are going at these girls unnecessarily because they don't have an idea of what F1 are trying to do with their marketing. They don't have an idea of what is capable with content marketing. And that's it. Also, sorry, I know we've gone over, but I just want to say, well, for me, I'm sorry, but you see people get tickets to the F1 and past these people dunking on you, showing you the fucking high life in Paddock Club. What content am I seeing from F1 content creators in Miami right now? Fuck all. Damn. I'm seeing fuck all, bro. So if I'm F1 and I'm giving you a fucking paddock pass, promote my shit. Show it to the world. You clinking glasses in Paddock Club and giving me the most beige basic shit is not going to entice more people to come to the race. It's not going to make people think, wow, this is the most glamorous fucking shit ever. Why do people go to Coachella? Because it looks like the most glamorous fucking festival in the world. Why do people go to Wimbledon? Because it's the classiest tennis fucking event in the world. Why do people go to Miami? F1 want it to be a fucking glitz and glamour event. Who does that better than celebrities and influencers? Do you know who's not getting it done? Fucking F1 content creators who are so gassed to be at the fucking race that the content we're getting is fucking
selfish.
Hunts. I'm done.
I can't say it any better.
So qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying was great, huh?
Okay.
No, the last thing I want to say before you guys go and discuss this in the main pod is, bro, it's tough for me to hear those arguments and not think you're just jealous. Like, how do you not say that you're just not? It's just jealousy. It's literally just jealousy.
Yeah. You know what, man?
There's no.
It's very easy for me to sit. You're so right, man. I'm so happy you said that because it's very easy for me to sit here from the sideline and bemoan people. And I'm not saying that every F1 content creator who's there is making bad content. And obviously, if you're there, you're quite restricted with what you can and can't film. If you go into a garage, you can't really film that much. If you go into the paddock area, you can't really take that much camera equipment in with you. So what you can do is limited really to your phone and whatever, right? So for sure, people could definitely, the same way when we spoke about the pit stop guys, people could always level that at me. I don't want to say at us because Tandy's not here. I don't want to speak for Tandy, but they could always level that at us. But I think what it's about is looking at the industry from, I think what we've always done in Quickstop F1 is analyze the industry from a bird's eye point of view and not from the point of view of being inside. And I think if F1 content creators want to be in those positions more and more and more, you have to show value. What value are you adding? And of course, they'll always invite some F1 content creators, and you know, and I look, I don't. What's for me will never miss me. So I'm sure in the future, I've got no doubt that I'll get invited to an F1 race, whatever.
I have no doubt.
It's not the pinnacle of it's not the pinnacle of what I'm striving to achieve. But what I'm just trying to say is that as F1 content creators, when we get there and we do have that chance, we've got to go hard. It's not a holiday.
Yeah.
Mario will say to you off camera, I said to these man, when we go to Austin, it's not a holiday. We're going to work. Like I said that off camera. That's what I think. That's how I believe. Because even if we don't get fucking whatever, I want us to create moments and fucking shit that no one would ever be able to doubt. So anyway.
Yes.
We'll be back after these messages to discuss what was a crazy Miami GP qualifying in the end. So, yeah, we'll be back after these messages.
Vamos, Checo!
Right. So, look, before we get to Checo,
other things happened, yes.
Other things happened. Let's talk about Lewis Hamilton going out in Q2, the lowest qualifying performance for Lewis in America. Mercedes, he's kind of blamed Mercedes for sending him out a bit too late. He's blamed the fact that he wasn't comfortable with the car, and there was like a slight bit of traffic on the way out, but it was just a messy lap. And I guess, yeah, Mario, not great for Mercedes, considering George, qualified up in 6th place or 5th place, I think.
I'm very surprised.
I've got it here.
I'm very surprised.
He qualified in 6th. Yeah. So what do you think about Mercedes?
They seem disconnected this weekend. I think every car was struggling during practices, not just Mercedes, but to hear Lewis immediately go into like, we released too late, it feels like they haven't been in sync all weekend. And there was a lot of traffic. A lot of people botched their laps and stuff like that. So I think this was just one of those, I'm not saying like there were mistakes made, et cetera, but I think that I think we saw at the end of Q1, like 1 second was the difference between the first and the like 16th place. So it was incredibly tight, but also it is weird to see Hamilton in America so low.
Yeah.
What do you think was the key thing that went wrong? Was it the traffic, or did you see this coming because of anything else during the
I saw it coming. I saw it coming a mile off. I saw this coming when Mercedes was struggling in practice 2, FP2. Mm-hmm. I said, this is not good, because this is the session that's most representative to qualifying. So if we're bad in this session, it's bad. And then, we're looking at when we got, in Q1, it was like we're in 16th and 17th or 15th and 16th, not great. And then I remember
13th. You finished Q1 13th.
Yeah, we finished it, but we were in the drop zone before before we came out of the drop zone. But even then, like you said, it's not like we were fucking joined. So what really set alarm bells off for me was that we went out on a used set of soft tires in Q2, and I remember thinking, if something happens like what happened in Q1, if we're putting a lot of pressure on that last lap when we were 10th and 11th, it was very fucking close on us going through anyway. So for me, I could just see it coming. I could see it coming, and it's a shame that it's Lewis. And look, it's exacerbated by the fact that George is qualified 6th, right? And you can't, at the end of the day, against your own teammate. Look, I love Lewis. Everyone knows how I feel about Lewis. But it shows what the car had. And I think if the preparation was better, then we would have been up there with George in Q3. But George fans would say the same. We were dunking on him last week in Baku. George went out qualifying in Q2. So 2 races in a row now, this team has had a car go out in Q2. It's not good enough. And no amount of fucking hero drives from Lewis Hamilton or George Russell can mask the fact that this car is a fucking 2-pack of arse, bruv. It's awful. I can't describe it to you. So for me, yeah, not great. Mercedes need to fucking this Imola upgrade. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do that it's going to significantly bring this car forward. I
don't think one upgrade brings confidence. The way Lewis Hamilton has been speaking about his confidence, I don't think an Imola upgrade brings it. I'm going to ask you a question, not because I believe it, just because I expect it's going to come your way. Lewis Hamilton has been very, very busy with extracurricular activities. Yeah. Does that come into play with his performance today with George Russell in 6th and Lewis there? Again, not my opinion. I am simply bringing you an argument that I'm sure someone's going to bring you later.
Gentlemen, a short trip back in time.
Yes.
Singapore 2018. Lewis Hamilton launches his Tommy Hilfiger fashion capsule. I think in fucking, I can't remember, was it in New York or was it in China? Let's have a look.
You keep talking, I'll look.
Yeah, you look it up. Everyone is saying, Lewis Hamilton, you're in the middle of a title fight against the Sebastian Vettel, who is, incredible. The championship is really close. Was it 2018? Yeah, it was. The championship is really close. Singapore is a track that Mercedes are historically bad at. The only reason Lewis Hamilton won in 2017 is because Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel activated their bozo gene at the same time. Lewis Hamilton, do you have the destination of where he launched the Tommy?
Yes, sir. So you're September 18th, 2018.
Yeah.
This is Toto. I'm going to read something real quick from Toto.
Yeah.
It's 6 years, I have heard. How can you allow Lewis to get off and fly around the world, said Wolf. You know what? He did it to his most extreme in the last 10 days. He loved it. He was in Shanghai on the catwalk. He was in New York a couple of days later. He came here, rock and roll, and blew everybody away.
Lewis Hamilton produced one of the greatest one-lap performances of all time. Like, I think, honestly... Obviously, I'm biased. I'm biased as fuck!
No, not Nyasha.
I'm biased as fuck! But Singapore 2018 is the greatest pole lap of all time. So if Lewis Hamilton could produce the greatest pole lap of all time after flying around launching Tommy Hilfiger, him being in Miami and just having slightly more media duties as normal, I don't think affects the performance. I think what affects the performance is the fact that no one looked comfortable in their cars, I would say. Not Max Verstappen, not Charles Leclerc, not fucking Perez.
Especially not Charles Leclerc.
No, like, do you know what I mean? So no one looked comfortable in their cars. So for me, I don't think that, I think it's just he the same way Russell kind of, he felt that like the pinch, the grid is close in terms of spread. And if you fuck up in Q2, something like that can happen. But also, if you don't have the car underneath you to do it, we've got to get banker laps in, which are good. Get a good banker lap in. Don't get a shit banker lap in and then expect someone to fucking bring this car out from the fucking ashes like Phoenix to do a fucking good lap with traffic, with the pressure. Let's just go out on soft tires, no one out, get a good lap in. I just don't get this team sometimes. This team still acts. You know what it is, yeah? I said it about Chelsea fans. I'll say it about fucking Mercedes. Mercedes are like that fucking... Those people, when you come home from university or college for Christmas and then you fucking see people that you used to go to school with that haven't fucking done anything with their life since school and they're still stuck in school. They're still stuck in high school. They're stuck in secondary school. And you're like, bro, move on. You're not popular anymore. You have a gut now. The girls that you liked don't like you anymore. Why? Because
Not
you're
anymore,
fucking
my
finished. They're washed. I'm pissed off, man. Honestly, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. But I hope you guys listening can understand why. Yeah. Because I mean, I don't know, Mario. I guess you know what the people who watch this and hate us, or the people who watch this and I find it fascinating. Let me tell you now, I don't even listen to other F1 podcasts anymore. Like I used to listen to other F1 podcasts, and I don't. I've unfollowed most F1 podcasts.
Why did you do that?
I unfollowed all the non-black F1 podcasts that I followed before because I don't want that. One, I don't have the time to listen to anyone's podcast anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't. I'm sorry. Like, and that includes my friends' podcasts. I'll be honest. I'll promote it, but I don't listen to it, and that's on me. But I don't want to see other people's opinions on things that I don't have time for. Like right now, I only have time for things that I'm invested in deeply. And what I'm invested in deeply is the growth of this product. What I don't understand is people who listen to this podcast who fundamentally disagree with everything we say. Everything we say. And you'll fucking write paragraphs in the comments. And I'm reading it, and I'm like, why are you reading this? Why are you writing this? Why are you listening to this? I don't care. I don't care. But what people will say is that this is as fans, as Mercedes fans, we need to humble ourselves. This is the kind of shit that we were so used to being the best and having everything sweet. And the team, as much as I get the team for acting like that, the fans are acting like that. The fans are acting like we're still the best team on the grid. And real fucking talks, we're not even the fucking second best team on the grid.
Not right now, no.
So I just think it's one of those where, it's.
Where do you see Mercedes 3 races from now? Better, same, or worse?
I always see Mercedes developing over the course of a season. I think I think. Wow, 3 races time. Can you let me get
I'll pull it up. But yeah, I'm just obviously we're guessing here. We're just like
get the calendar up. No, because races are specific. Because
no, you're absolutely right.
What we're in now, we're in May, so we've still got. I think we've got Monaco. We've got Imola,
we are in
Monaco.
Yes, Spain.
Yes. Okay, so Imola. We've never been that good at Imola. I'll be honest. Monaco, I don't see us being that good at Monaco.
There's a lot of variance in Monaco too.
A lot of variance, but I just don't think we're going to be. And I just don't try. When's the last time Mercedes had a good race in Monaco? 2019. It's 2023 now. Like, what are we doing?
That's a very different car.
Yeah, right? I want to say 2019. I mean, like
2019, Lewis won.
Yeah, and then 2020.
2020 not held. 2021 Max. 2022 Sergio. But I'm just looking at the winner. And, let me check the.
I mean, it's never been a strong track for Mercedes. That's the thing. 2019, we just about held on because James Vowles put Lewis on medium tires for like 63 laps or whatever.
2021, it was 7th for Lewis. 2022 was 7th for Lewis.
Yeah, like it's not been great. So Spain was good last year. George had that battle with Max, and so we'll see. But I think after that we've got we've got Silverstone is in Hungary.
We got Canada after Spain.
Canada,
we got Austria, and then
Silverstone, and then Hungary, and then that's it, and then summer. So there's some tracks. There's some tracks which we don't know. I think in what I will say is by the summer break, honest to God, if this car is not in front of the Aston Martin by the summer break, fucking sack it off everything into next season. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about this season anymore. It's done. It's done. In fact, let's finish as low as possible to get as much aero time as possible to develop next year's car. Fuck this season off. What are we even doing here? We're not going to... I'm pissed off.
That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Like George Russell alone would be like, fuck that.
Fuck George. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Right. Anyway, look. Fuck that. Let's talk about your cousin. He's done it again.
Again, my guy.
He's done it again. Let's get the fucking air horns out of him. Yes, my God.
Yes, sir.
Let's get the gunshots out of him.
Hey, look. I have to say that it's going to be a tough night for us, We got a really long night tonight in the garage. Checo's not going to be able to get much sleep because all of the tutoring that we're going to have to give Max so that he gets it together tomorrow. He's going to want to know the balances of the car. Max is going to want to know what we did during the course, just so he can get that real output from the car. So I'm sure Checo will sit down with him, give him all the tutoring that he needs. Hopefully he'll be able to get more than ninth, The kid's going places. Let me tell you, that Verstappen kid, a little bit rough around the edges. That Verstappen kid. But Sergio's taking... Look, Checo is known to take these kids under his wing and just teach them all they need to know. So I'm sure that we've got all the classes ready. We got it all done. And you know what, man? Checo is not above bringing in substitute teacher Lewis Hamilton. We'll give Max a couple... Bro, we got him. We got him. He'll be good. He'll bounce back with our help. It'll be good.
That is incredible.
Please, Red Bull, let us finish. Please let us finish the race tomorrow, Red Bull. I beg you.
Hey, the way Red Bull are gonna... Checo, you need to box now. Why? Checo, there's a software issue with the gearbox. Look... Mario, let me ask you something. Do you think that Checo, right now, Checo is getting the luck that you need to win a championship? Yeah. If we look at Nico Rosberg in 2016, for example, the unfancied guy who had lost 2 world championships to his teammate in the 3rd season, was able to get a bit of luck, whether it was Lewis's retirements and also him... let's give props to Nico. I don't think he qualified outside of the top 2. Was it? I saw
the whole season.
I saw a crazy stat that Rosberg didn't qualify outside of the top 2 or 3, maybe like the whole season, or finish outside of the top 2, 3 all season. So one of those. Yeah. So. Do you think that Checo's getting that luck right now? Like,
I don't think he's getting it. He is getting it.
Yeah, he is getting that luck, right?
And I have no issue with some people would take issue with the word luck, but every sport that has X amount of teams, X amount of players, you always need a little luck. You always need things to go to your way. Like in the NBA, an injury, not getting injured a whole year, that is luck.
Yes.
That is everything you did and with luck on top of it. Safety car didn't go for Max last race. That was luck.
But also...
yeah.
So what I would say, you make a great point, but also... Me and Wolfpack talk about this a lot. luck is opportunity meeting preparation, right?
Yeah.
And Sergio's luck in Baku was that he was much faster than Max, and he forced Max into that pit stop, and then the safety car came. But if Sergio was 2 seconds back or whatever, like if Sergio didn't have the pace,
doesn't have the opportunity.
Exactly, right? Maybe Max goes longer on that stint, and then maybe the fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, and also Max probably catches him after the safety car, right? Today, Sergio has had, in his own words, a horrible weekend.
Yeah.
But he manages to put a lap in, which is faster than everyone else. And because he did that, unlike Mercedes,
the ghetto.
You made it so far. You almost made it a whole opinion without Mercedes. I'm so sorry.
but Checo managed to put in a great lap before everyone else. And because he put in that great lap, when it all went to shit, where was he? He was in first. I want to ask you something. You mentioned how he was quite not demure, but he was
the sprint at the end of the sprint.
The end of the sprint, he was very like downcast, and I was like, well, it's the sprint. They never really celebrate. His demeanor after this pole was, I think, very interesting. Very like sheepish is the word that I would use. Like, when you accidentally put a ball in pool, like, when you're playing pool, and you accidentally put a ball and you're like, oh, sorry, man, like I didn't mean to do that. That's how he looks. I mean, what are your thoughts? Because if it was me, I would have been. Also, if it was Max or anyone else, I think they would have been like, yes, I've got fucking pole. This is important. We're in a fucking title race. But he felt almost ashamed to be able to take that pole and celebrate that pole. Is that how you felt about the situation? Because that's how I took it.
So I will say that I when they showed him pulling up to the pits and they announced Q3 was over, he was pretty psyched. Like you could see him fist pumping a lot, and he was like a lot of that.
Okay.
But what I will say is that I don't think Checo will ever like, I don't know what amount of lead in front of Verstappen it will take for Checo to actually feel that Red Bull is 100% behind him winning the championship. I think I honestly, like, I would expect it that until it is mathematically impossible for Verstappen to get back at Checo will never feel that I am supposed to be first. I am supposed to be here. My team wants me to be here. And I'm going to go with the last one. My team wants me to be here. Like, I don't think any other driver has that feeling as much as Checo, where it's like, my team wants me to succeed, but not as much as that guy. I don't see that dynamic as much on any other team.
Mate, you're on fire today. That you're spitting. Like, no, honestly, like you're spitting. That is, I think that's it. And I think let's see for the race, because it's going to be really interesting. Okay, you know what? I think we've had a good podcast. I want to just give me your prediction. Give me a big prediction for tomorrow.
Okay. Checo wins. Like, Checo is going to win this race. He is in form right now. Like, if it doesn't happen, I don't give a fuck. I will say it and I'll predict it. I don't give a fuck. It's his to lose. It's definitely his to lose.
It's his to lose. Yeah.
Fucking Alonso is going to. I'm gonna go Checo. I'm gonna go. Alonso's gonna be third.
Alonso's second.
No, Alonso's going to be third.
Alonso's second on the grid right now. So who's going to be in front?
Do you imagine a Haas? Yo, those Haas did well today.
It's crazy. Today. Well, big up Kevin Magnussen. I mean, look, you've got Sergio Perez, Alonso, Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Gasly. Great performance by Gasly.
Yes.
Like, he needed that. He really needed that.
Ooh, did you see the social video of Gasly and the football player? They were doing the reflex exercise.
Crazy.
I was so impressed. So impressed.
No. Crazy. I think Vincenzo put it really well.
Vincenzo, exactly right.
Yeah, Vincenzo put it really well. It's like this. He's like maybe he's a wide receiver in the
Yes.
NFL for the Dolphins, and it
Yep.
was like he's very quick, agile, got good reactions, and he was like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then like Pierre, it's just like catching it almost immediately after it's come out of his hand. Like it was incredible. So
Pierre, last thing I'll say, because I got to plug all this NBA and that Formula One crossover. NBA playoffs are going on right now. Jimmy Butler is having an insane playoffs. Jimmy Butler and Pierre Gasly.
Crazy.
Yo, they had dinner in North
Carolina.
Did they? Gasly and Butler got together. So
that's crazy.
Maybe a little.
Gasly and Jordan got together last year.
They did a Gasly. So I don't know how it became like this funny meme or whatever, but they were saying that like Gasly, like that Jordan took Gasly's helmet or some shit. But it was that they traded. Gasly gave him a helmet. Jordan gave him a pair of shoes. Last year. Yeah, it was like a jersey swap.
That's hilarious because like Jordan's just like some random pair. It's definitely not like a fucking worn pair of Jordans. Like Jordan's literally just got like some.
It's not Lewis Hamilton. It's Gasly.
Yeah, it's probably like some samples. Like, do you know what I mean? Like here you go. Like unbelievable.
I need to give you a second still.
You need to give me a second. Yeah, you didn't give me a second. Yeah, so Perez first. Verstappen, yeah, second.
Give me Checo, Alonso, Russell.
Ooh.
Checo,
Alonso,
Russell.
That could happen.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see the race pace. That could happen.
Because it's Gasly, Magnussen, and Sainz in front of Russell right now. Yeah. I see Russell eating that up.
Okay, well, Sainz would be interesting because Sainz was a bit of a bottleneck for Hamilton last week. I do think there's going to be some kind of drama. I'm not going to lie. I think there was a safety car last year. I think that was for Mick Schumacher. Oh, was it for Mick Schumacher? I can't remember who. No. I think there was it was Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly clashing, and then there was wheels going everywhere and whatever. So there was a safety car last year.
So last year, Gasly, Norris, and Joe didn't finish. And Joe was like a technical thing with his own car.
So it was Gasly and Norris that had a thing. Yeah. So I'm not sure if there will be. It looks like a track where they could be. Look, you
mentioned it earlier. You mentioned it earlier, and it was definitely noticeable. So many cars were having issues in that one turn in all free practices.
Yeah.
So it would not surprise me if, and even Charles, it was hilarious, but also Charles Leclerc twice he went off. So clearly there is the possibility to go off, whether you're good or not. Like.
We've not
so safety cars are
spoken about Charles Leclerc, bro. What I will say is, I will quote this quote from Richard from Pit Stop Fracker. Big up Pit Stop Fracker. Oh shit! Big up us, Cam. Wolfpack, Pit Stop Fracker.
Yes, sir. Give yourself the gunchos and all of it, man. What are you doing?
Big up us.
Give yourself all of it.
Big up us. Thank you, Nylon, for putting us in your F1 podcast that you should listen to. It's nice. It's nice to be. I mean, it's nice
to get recognition that you deserve, Nyasha.
It is.
You guys have all been working your ass off, man.
It is nice, but also, I said this to Cam earlier today. The work is what matters. Do you know in and we'll I know we need to, but like, in what's the Last Dance? Have you watched The Last Dance?
Obviously,
I've watched it a million times. My friends get at me because I watch it to go to sleep, basically. But that's it's my new.
We'll talk about that later.
yeah. But there's a quote in it from Michael Jordan where they're talking about his endorsements, and he's like, well, if I was averaging like 2 points, 2 rebounds a game, I would never have got this shit. And that's how I feel about stuff like this. Like, I get it, good, but the work is what matters, and that's why we go hard, and that's why we're recording podcasts like as many times as we can, because we want to put in that work, we want to work hard. And I've got a team behind. It's not me or Tandy. It's me, Tandy, you, Chris, Tasha. Like there's, we're all just fucking working together on this shit to become better. And that's what makes me happy. Like, do you know what I mean? So I will read this fucking quote. 2 seconds. Richard said in 2022 May, I think this might have been after France, there was nothing on track, not a cone, not a steward, not a marshal, not a bad bee, not a Louis Vuitton handbag, not a Birkin, nothing. It was just him and fucking tarmac. That's it. Incredible. Like, incredible. Like, honestly, there's no, I'm ending the podcast. Richard, you're fucking legend. Like,
it's over.
It's over. Mario, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Mario_APM.
Thank you so much. We will be back for the post-race podcast. Tandy will be back.
The Queen is back.
The Queen is back. She's feeling better. So Tandy will be back for the main pod. If you've watched this far, make sure you're giving us a 5-star review. Make sure you're giving us a podcast review. If you like an ad-free stream, sign up to the Patreon. And of course, we've got tickets to the live show down below. It's next week. I can't wait for that. And yeah, and that's it. Remember, no matter what life throws at you, keep it on the black stuff. We'll see you after the Miami Grand Prix. Take care. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quickstop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.